Yo guys, welcome back. We are back. Chelsea are back. Romelu Lukaku is back with a goal to his name. And I may have just recorded this video and realised that my mic was not working the entire video. I was going to edit it, but now I don't have the time or energy or patience to edit this one. So just going to do the one take today for Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. It does sound good. Another London rivalry won by Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea are top of the league technically after a 5 goal difference, a 5 goal difference. Now Liverpool did the same, but I have no clue why we are ahead of them. But on the if you go on the Premier League website and go to tables and then see the Premier, Chelsea are at the top. I don't really know what we've done more than Liverpool. We've literally conceded the same goals, scored the same amount of goals, and we play them next. So it's going to be a title. No, I'm joking. It won't. Or it could be. You never know. But Chelsea are top of the league. Arsenal are 19th. And Chelsea have won. Romelu Lukaku with a goal in the 14th minute. Romelu Lukaku comes short, passes it back to Kovacic. Mason Mount runs forwards, taking Kieran out the game. Kovacic curls it over to Reece James, cuts it back for Lukaku, who taps it in with his right foot. And the second goal, was it like the 38th minute? I feel like it was the 38th minute. Reece James on the score sheet this time. Havertz knocks it around the corner for Alonso, plays it to Lukaku, lets it go through his legs, gets his legs chopped off by some psycho in midfield. Mason Mount able to pass it to Reece James, and a brilliant finish into the top left-hand corner past Bernd Leno, and Chelsea win 2-0. Now, it wasn't the most spectacular of performances. There was a lot to improve on, I think. Defensively, we let a lot of chances go Arsenal's way. I feel like we gave them quite a bit of possession, but after the last recording, I found out we actually had more possession this game than the Crystal Palace game, which baffles me because I swear to God, Crystal Palace didn't touch the ball once in that game, and Arsenal had the ball a lot this game, but the stats don't lie. There were a lot of chances that we had against us. There were a lot of chances that we did have for us, but this time, which is different to what we've done under Thomas Tuchel, we were clinical. Romelu Lukaku has come in, instantly got a goal in 14 minutes. Clinicalness. Reece James was clinical with his shot. Now Lukaku did it the crossbar from but he should have scored it. He couldn't have really done much better. It was an incredible save by Bernd Leno, and that would have made it 3-0. But you know, I'll take a 2-0. I will definitely take a 2-0 every day of the week. Got Liverpool next week, 5:30 on Saturday. That's gonna be a big game. It will be a big game. But we'll stay with this for now. What should I do now? I'll go into the stats for that game, or will I? No, I won't. I'm not going to go into the stats. I'll go into the lineup. So, in goal, we had Edouard, Mendy. In defence, we had Tony Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, and Cesar Azpilicueta. No Thiago Silva, no Kurt Zouma, no Trevor Chalobah, which shocked some people, but he was very good last week. But I don't think he's got a long-term future in the first team. As wing-backs, we had Marcus Alonso, no Ben Chilwell just yet, and Reece James, obviously, Matteo Kovacic and Jorginho in midfield, no N'Golo Kante, and then Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and Romelu Lukaku as the front three. Obviously, Lukaku got a goal on his second Chelsea debut. I'll read you through his stats from the game. So he got 1 goal with his right foot, had 8 shots, but only 2 were on target, giving him a 25% shot accuracy, which doesn't sound like too much, but I don't feel like he could have done that much more. He did hit the post, obviously, and missed 1 big chance. I don't know if it was that chance or what. Don't remember him missing a big chance. He had 20 passes, created 1 big chance, and also defensively, he made 4 blocks and 4 clearances, which is quite a lot for a striker. What else? The lineup. I've done the lineup. What about? I'll talk about the stats for the game. Basically, we had 65% possession to Arsenal's 35, 5 shots on target to their 3, 22 shots to their 6. loads more touches, double the passes, half the tackles, double the clearances, one less corner with 8, 0 offsides, 3 less yellow cards. They had 3, we had 0, and they conceded 10 fouls, we conceded 4. Mostly from Rob Balding, who is actually having a hair transplant, or maybe he's just had the trim, but his hairline's a lot more straighter than it used to be, because it used to be balding, but now it's straight. So it's a bit peculiar he's having a hair transplant, considering he's still a professional footballer. How's he going to header a ball with a hair transplant? I mean, anyway, it was a good win. Now we'll go on to my player ratings. Edouard Mendy in goal. I'll give him a 7, or maybe a 6.5. Made a good couple of saves, most notably from Emil Smith-Rowe's deflected shot, but was a little bit shaky with some passes at the back. But I'll give him a 6.5. Cesar Azpilicueta will go with next, a 7. He was a good leader today. And then Christensen and Rudiger, I'll both give a 6.75 maybe. As wing-backs, Reece James, I'll give him an 8. He was good going forwards, very good going forwards. A little bit shaky defensively. Did give Kieran Tierney a couple of chances. But other than that, no, not too bad. Not too bad from Reece James. Marcus Alonso didn't really offer much going forwards and didn't really offer much going backwards either. So I don't know why we're still playing with him. I don't know what's wrong with Ben Chilwell. He's not injured. He was on the bench. And I can't see Alonso being in the first team much longer over Ben Chilwell. But I'll give him a 6.5 as well. Midfield, Matteo Kovacic, I'll give him a 6.5 as well. Just give everyone 6.5. This is what I do literally every time. I thought he was decent, but he was no N'Golo Kante. God, the sky is literally black outside. It's gonna rain soon. Jorginho, I'll give him a 7.5. He did what Jorginho does best. Didn't lose the ball, keeps the ball, and passes it around. Made a couple of opportunities for his teammates, but nothing to stand out really. What else is there? What else? What other players are there? Mason Mount. I'll give him a 7 just because it's Mason Mount, but didn't have the best of games. Obviously got an assist for the Reece James goal. Had a couple of chances himself, didn't take any. Kai Havertz, I'll give a 7 as well. Had a couple of chances, a couple of one-on-ones towards the end. He would have got me so many points because I have Kai Havertz in my fantasy team and Romelu Lukaku is captain. If he'd scored that, it would have been a Lukaku assist and a Kai goal. But Leno saved it. And then I'll give him a 7. I think I said that. Romelu Lukaku up front. I'll give him an 8.5. Obviously, a goal on his debut. Could have got 2. Should have got 2. Could have got a few assists as well. But other than that, he was brilliant. Chelsea were, I wouldn't say brilliant. There was a lot to improve on, I'd say. Defensively, we gave away a lot more chances than we're used to. And I was a little bit worried more than I was used to last season under Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, we barely gave away any chances to anybody, but we gave away quite a few that game. They definitely should have scored at least 1, maybe even 2. But then we should have scored over 2, I'd say. On another day, we could have drawn that game. We could have even lost that game on another day. But we're obviously victorious. Chelsea first, Arsenal 19th. Like I said earlier, that's quite funny. But I'm gonna just talk about I don't care. I'm gonna talk about Romelu Lukaku for a few minutes. Or a few moments even. Oh, it's so good having Lukaku. It's so good having a big striker. He can come short. When we're under pressure from Arsenal, just play up to Lukaku. Always an option. And he's able to lay it off to Mount, Havertz. Anyone, really. He can lay it off and then spin, turn. What happened for his goal. Comes short, lays it off to Kovacic, turns the defender out to Reece James, the ball, cut back to Lukaku for an open goal. And I can see that happening a lot. And if he's getting one goal in his first game, should have got 2 maybe, I can see a 20+ goal season for the Belgian. And I am excited by that a lot because the one thing we were missing last season was goals. And now we've literally got the definition of goals in Romelu Lukaku up front. Especially with the fact that Lukaku is, after 1 game, got man of the match. He's definitely pinned down that position as his, like there was ever any doubt. But the 2 around him, I think that could definitely change. When Ziyech came on, he gave another sort of influence to the game over Mason Mount. When Werner came on, we barely saw anything from him. But he could definitely do different things to Havertz. There's so many what's the word? So many ways we can change it up. Mount Havertz, Mount Werner, Mount Ziyech, Mount Pulisic, Mount Hudson Odoi. Do that. That's like how many? Mount Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson Odoi. That's 6. Do 6 times 6 or 6. Oh no, it's 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. I think. Oh, there's so many different ways we could go around it, and I feel like with Lukaku being such a main figure in the attack, Mason Mount won't need to carry us anymore in the attack. So then he could come out sometimes, or he can step in. Ziyech also having a great preseason. Hudson Odoi, Pulisic looking exciting. Havertz having a brilliant Euros. It's going to be a good season. It's going to be a very good season. And I'm excited for it. I've been recording for 10 minutes. I do get carried away. That is the end of the video. Apologies for not creating a video for a couple of days. I've thought of a way forwards for the channel to help me and the channel. Don't worry, I'll still keep you updated on the whole of Chelsea. Check out my community page for the moment for the latest news, match reviews, previews, and my favourites, like opinion videos coming. Won't be able to do, maybe. I'll try and do as many videos as I can. But please subscribe, please like. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And let's go. Chelsea won a London derby for the first time. Actually, not every time. Goodbye.